Well, the frequency is not in use. This is K4PEW, net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. There is no emergency traffic, or you'd already be here, so I'm presuming there is none. But if there is, at some point, call 911, and then we'll help you through it if you can't get through to them, or even if you can. Excuse me. That may be broken at any time if you have an emergency. Hold on 1 second. All righty, for information on this net, you can go to YouTube and put to my call, K4PEW in the search block, and you can see the display of my analog meter there on the screen to give you an idea of what your signal sounds like, or looks like. You can hear what it sounds like as well to me if you're listening on YouTube, you can hear everyone who you might not be able to hear otherwise. You can also go to 146415.net, 146415.net. That's our information on Simplex. There's also going to groups.io, groups.io, and put their search block MJSS for Mount Juliet Simplex Society. And you can sign up for our email list, or you can just look at our net schedule. You can also go to, you can just send an email to me if you have any questions or can't do any of the above, to K4PEW@ARRL.net. We normally meet every Wednesday and Saturday night at 8 p.m. And tonight, we also meet, well, there's other nets we also promote, but in this case, we also, tonight we're doing, let's see, today's Wednesday, we're doing the 2-meter net, followed by the, we're going to do a 446.415 net, and then we're going to do a 28.415 upper sideband net, and then we're going to do a 223.415. So it's a busy night already. This is net number 935. For those that care or are keeping track. Who would have thought it went this far? Where was I? Oh, yeah. Obviously, tonight we're conducting that on 146.415 Simplex. The purpose of the net is to have fun, mostly, also to figure out how we can work our stations better. In fact, we've got a new station out there. I don't have his call right in front of me. He's from Fairview. I'm hoping he can get to us. He says he's got a Yagi pointed in our direction. Probably if he's hearing me, he'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I don't have any announcements other than the big one, of course. Saturday we're having a breakfast at Golden Corral and Hermitage. Golden Corral Hermitage. It's easy to find. Everybody I think knows where that is. It's behind Chick-fil-A on the east side of the road. Let's see. Does anybody have any other announcements? I don't have any others other than that's what we do tonight. And the Sunday night net at 7:30. It's Sunday nights, 7:30 p.m. There's a 10-meter net. That's handled by Michael, KM4YRF, and that's on 28.415. And actually, it's called the mid-10 phone net for some obscure reason. No, it's Michael's a part of the group here, big part of the group here. He just happens to handle that part of the net. He also fills in for me. Does a great job. Does anybody have any other announcements? All righty, don't forget we do DMR, D-Star, and C4 FM nets on Saturday night. It starts at 7 p.m. You can see that on the net schedule. And let's see where we're going to be starting from. I can jump right into it here. Hold on. I have to talk to my station engineer about how crowded it is in here with junk and dogs. This is net number 935. As I said, we're starting from the east. So looking for any stations right at this moment, though, who are short on time. First-time check-ins. Hopefully that fell out there in Fairview. And also people short on time. And people, let's see, our mobile. Go ahead and come now. Well, I'm not hearing anybody. I assume. I guess I'm getting out all right. But nobody. Okay, then would you start right now from the east? Please come now.
KM4YRF.
Very good. Everything go well for you today, Michael?
Yeah, it was a busy day at work, but all went well.
Work? You're not working Friday, are you?
Nope.
Good, very good. And you're going to get used to. Someday you're going to get used to not working.
I'm ready for it right now.
Well, let's hope it goes well. Don't kill yourself working. That's for sure.
Well, I'm gonna take your advice, Paul.
Very good. That's Michael. He's at KM4YRF, and he's in Mount Juliet here, east of me, a couple miles. Who else is east? Nobody else east? Maybe we have people out there who can check in later because they don't realize we're starting with east. We're going up to the north then. Please come down.
KB9RKK. Well,
Okay, 2 in there, but Frank 1 out. I don't know who the other station is, but hang on. How's it going, Frank?
good there, Paul. Doing good.
Very good. Been a nice breeze out. It was a beautiful, breezy, sunny day, so it's pretty nice. Huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's tough to go to work when it's nice out.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do squat today.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been. I like doing stuff outside when it's nice out.
Oh yeah, no, today was a nice day, and it's funny how it seems like fall snuck up on us this year.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. That 100 degrees for days and days was not good.
Yeah, it makes you appreciate the fall. That's why.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there. I can't believe, it's like, oh, we're getting to, equinox already. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I know. And when I get up in the morning and I see where the sun is, and I go, yeah, it's getting later in the year. That's for sure.
Yeah, it did sneak up. It did sneak up when it comes to that. It's because it felt like summer was never going to end.
Yeah, I think so. But anyway, I'm just glad the nice weather's here. You got doing anything exciting?
Nothing exciting. Nothing exciting. We'll see what happens here. Got something going on here soon. But nothing to report yet.
You're talking about the big things over there at the W4EAO and the WC4 AR.
Oh no, nothing over there. Yeah, there's obviously there's things going on there, and especially at the at the emergency ops center, the emergency management. We know all the new repeaters that are up and what's happening with that, and there's probably more to come. But the club's adding some more positions, so we got some stuff going on there. So we'll see what happens with that. No, actually, my buddy's probably gonna be moving down here. The person that has the consecutive call sign with me, as he's by himself and everything. He's 72, so he's probably just gonna come in and stay with us for a while.
Cool. Yeah, it's nice. Well, he finally got the brains to move down here, huh?
Yeah, well, he's blind and he lives by himself, and he's in the Chicago area, and he's actually quite terrified because the crime is just getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So he's like, you need to come get me. I'm not staying here no more.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, I feel bad for him because it's easier to have more anxiety if you can't see what's going on.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good, and also a change, because I'm not used to having anybody around. It's just me and my wife. But I got 2 extra rooms, and he can stay with us for now and see what happens.
Well, very good. Look forward to maybe we can meet him someday. Anything else on that?
Negative. No, just thanks for doing that. I was like expecting the East to go on for a while. I was not quite everything fired up, but I had the radio on and I heard you go to the north. I'm like, I'm going to jump on it.
Yeah, very good. That was Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo, Kilo. Who else is in the north?
WB0 and OL.
Hello, Mark. How are you?
Doing good. Enjoying this beautiful weather today, and spent a little time outdoors, a little time down in the garage, and that's about it. Busy day of a retired guy, right?
Yeah, you got to learn that phrase. My days are just packed.
Yeah, and you also got to say, I don't know how I ever got all of my stuff done when I was working.
Well, I got to admit, I'm getting less done now than I ever used to.
Oh, me too. I like it that way.
The only thing I do miss, even though I've been retired now for, I forget how long it's been, 14 years? No, 2009. Yeah, it's 14 years. And I still miss working in the sense that I enjoyed the feeling of accomplishment when a project went well, or I forget about the projects that didn't go so well.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't miss it enough to really want to ever even consider going back. But it's good. I got plenty to do to keep me busy.
Yeah, one of my favorite, just as a little aside here, one of my favorite, not favorite, I'm being facetious, is about the work I did was I would put together a very big proposal that somebody was in a big hurry. Oh yeah, I got to have this, blah, blah, blah. And you put together this thing. It took you maybe a day or two to put together, and then you get it in front of them. They go, okay, thanks. And then you double check on it a week later. Okay, we don't have an answer yet. A month later, don't have an answer. 3 months, we don't have an answer. So you just forget about it. You put it in the file. Okay, fine, fine. You were just collecting paper. And then 6 months or 8 months comes by. They go, hey, I got a PO for you. Can you start tomorrow? Like, oh yeah, we've been sitting around waiting for 9 months just for you.
Oh yeah. Well, I went through a lot of that too. Except most of my quotes I didn't get put together in a day or two. They were oftentimes months in the making, and then it had to go to bid.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah, yours are a little different. But I kind of shortened that up because it might take a couple of days to put a quote together, but it took me a lot of time just to survey and figure out what had to be done before I could even put it down on paper.
Yep, same here. But anyway, those days are behind me. And I have a brother in Chicago that just bought a house in Indiana and is moving out as well. He's actually in Schaumburg, but he's moving south.
Yeah, those cities are hurting. In fact, those states are hurting. I know New York and Chicago are really suffering for loss of, losing a lot of tax money too, because some of the big money's moving on. Anyway, that was Mark, Whiskey Bravo Zero, November, Oscar. Who else is north? I'll even go back to east if you're there.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, Michael and Lebanon.
How you doing there, Michael?
Doing all right. You went fast to the north. I didn't even have a chance to hit the pedal.
Oh, man, you got to pick up the pace even in your retirement.
Well, I was a little late getting up here, so us old men are slow.
Don't tell me. I know that. Takes me 3 times as long just to do anything.
Well, you double that, and that's me.
Very good. Anything good for the net tonight? You're doing all right?
Doing fine. Just had the fall with temperatures in the morning, summer temperatures in the evening. Everything's good so far.
Oh, yeah, it's nice having the windows open though for part of the day.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get used to my 991 Alpha. I told somebody today it's just like having Christmas in the middle of September, getting the radio back.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I just this afternoon saw the email from Yesu say my radio's ready, and to give them a call so they could give them my credit card number. And it cost me about $35, I think, to ship it out there, something like maybe $40. And they said, you know what the repair cost was?
What? I know they had $90 an hour, so I wasn't for sure.
$45.
Hey, that's a lot better than they have on their website, let me tell you.
But I can't imagine. It must have been something really simple. I'm going to tell you, for $45, the shipping is going to cost me. I'm going to spend $90 on shipping for a $45 repair.
That was me. I spent $88 for a warranty repair. It didn't cost me anything to fix it. It cost me $88 to ship it to them.
Yeah, no, I don't know how to. Well, we all know that's the game, and we can't get around it. I wish they were here in Nashville, but they're not.
So yours must not have been under warranty then.
Oh no, I've had that for I think going on 4 years.
Ah, okay. See, I've only had mine for like about not even a year and a half when it went out.
Oh well, I'm just glad it's finished finally. Now I can spend the money I expected to pay on something else.
There you go. The money has to go somewhere. May as well go something new.
Yeah, it's funny how I was justified saying, no, I can't buy it. I was going to say, dude, no, I really shouldn't buy that because I'm going to have to pay for big money on that radio repair. Now I'm going, hey, in my mind, that money's left over.
There you go. I mean, it's got to go something ham related, right?
Well, don't tell my wife that.
I know that's just how it goes. We all have our vices. At least yours is not meth or drugs.
Oh no. Well, thank goodness I stayed away from alcohol and drugs, that's for sure. Now I got radios instead.
It'll see, and it won't hurt your liver.
No, it won't. Anyway, anything else for the net, Michael?
Now I'll turn it back to you, Paul. Have a good evening. WA5 RIP.
Very good. That was Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo, India, Papa, and Lebanon. Who else is East or North?
KI4SIP, KI4SOR. Good evening, Paul.
Hello, you going to be at the breakfast, or are we going to have to come out and scoop you up?
I will be there with bells on.
Well, I want to see those bells when you get them.
I'm going to try to anyway. How's everything down in that neck of the woods?
Oh, it's going great. You sound a little rough today. Are you doing something different?
I hope not. No, it's just the 300 down to 510. I don't know what's going on.
No, it's a lot more hash in the signal than normal. So I'm assuming it's conditions. You normally sound much better.
Something between here and there, I reckon. I don't know. Probably lucky to get across the street.
Hold on, Michael, are you copying him any different?
Yeah, it's clear as a bell here. For me, so he doesn't sound too bad, but he is a little bit weaker than I normally would hear him. Normally, we blow my ears off.
Okay, very good. Well, Michael, so what? I don't care how your signal is. Okay, to him. No, that's interesting. What the difference in just this, you know what it is? It's that stinking Walmart, man. That's what it is. It's coming right over Walmart.
Probably. Yeah. They're stealing the signal before it gets to you.
That's because Walmart sucks.
Absolutely.
No, they're actually, when they have what I want, they're fine. The problem is they keep reducing their inventory.
Yeah, I think that's true too. You're about half still on me up there, Paul, and you're a little bit stronger than that, so it must be affecting us both ways.
I think so. I don't even see my. Hold on one second. I don't even see my meter moving here. Look at this. I'm looking at the meter. Nothing's happening. I didn't notice that till just now.
Hello. I'm trying to see if I can get across the street.
Yeah, you're both 5'9" to me, Mike.
Yeah, no, I've got something going on with my meter. It's not even moving. I didn't notice that till just now. And I'm not going to try to investigate at the moment. I don't want to take more time. Anyway, who else? Let's go east. We're going to get you in there, Michael. I already got this Richard and Stephanie. That was KI4SIB and KI4SOR and just west of Lebanon. Michael, you want to go next?
If you want to count southeast, yeah, no problem. K3NPR. Just glad to make another day.
Oh, yeah, very good. Everything going all right?
Oh, yeah, just worked today at Manheim and moved a bunch of cars. Came home.
Oh, man, that must get a little old going from car to car, huh?
Yeah, I think we moved almost 300 cars. Our team is 6.
That's a lot of cars to be jumping in and out of.
That it is, but at least today's cars most of those were low mileage, nice cars.
What do they do? Will they just wholesale those out?
They open it up to dealers and anybody can bid on them that's got a dealer's license. Now, tomorrow's auction, which is, I think, I think it's Ford's. It might be, and that's probably Ford dealers only.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I always wondered how they managed. I knew they wholesale them out, but I just didn't know to whom. I saw something on TV about that years ago, how these, the locations like where you're working part-time at, they gather up all kinds of used cars and either fix them up and send them out to different, and even down to the little used car lots, I guess, for some of the older stuff.
Well, they say that they go between 4,000 to 5,000 cars a week through the auction. So, it's a lot of cars.
Yeah, I think more are going to be moving out if that strike continues, huh?
They'll find them.
I guess. Anyway, they want a 40% increase. I do too.
Yeah, well, I would have liked that when I worked for the FAA. That'd been great.
Yeah, well, it's 40% over 3 years, I think, is what they're demanding. So I don't know if they'll do that or not.
Well, anyways, they'll probably get it, or they'll get close to it. But definitely give that back to you, Paul. Thanks again for doing another day.
Very good. That was a Michael in here in Mount Juliet. Kilo 3, Mike Papa Romeo. Anybody else east or north?
WD4BWC.
Hello, Jeff. How are you?
Good. How are you? Sounding great over here.
Oh, very good. Your net's working out pretty well, I think.
I think it is. I think it's going to come along very well.
All right. Well, very good. I'm glad. That's one of the things I'm glad we've been able to do, just because we have a pretty wide audience, is advertise, I'll use that term, promote the other nets, no matter who's there.
Always. I always promote you guys.
Oh yeah, no, I just meant that because I'm reminding people sometimes it doesn't seem to, it helps a little bit, but at least it puts it in people's minds so they'll remember it, hopefully.
Hey, it's all good. You know that. It's one big happy family.
Yeah, that's right. And dysfunctional too.
Very true.
Very good. Anything else, Jeff?
No, sir, that's it. Thank you for taking me in.
Very good. Appreciate what you guys do, what you do in particular over there with the nets for the WC4AR and W4EAO organization over there. You and Richard and others. It's a big group over there. It's gotten a lot bigger. Haven't been over there in a long time. Anyway, who else is again Whiskey Delta for Bravo Whiskey Charlie, and he's in Lebanon. Who else is east or north?
Okay, I'm 4HQ.
Hello, Stan. Everybody going all right?
Doing well, Paul. How about you?
I guess it would always be better, but I'm doing pretty darn good right now.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. Anything else good? Did you ever get your hands finished with that Johnson?
No, I haven't worked on it anymore. I've decided to wait until I have cataract surgery on my right eye. I'm going in a week or so to the cataract evaluation for the right eye. So I think I'm going to wait until after I have all that stuff done.
I sure hope that goes well for you.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, it's always, I think people get antsy about surgery, but I know your last one went pretty well.
Yeah, I was kind of nervous about it at first, but it's not really all that bad.
No, I think it's just the anxiety because my mother had surgery on both her eyes, and she was already 89 or 90, I think. So didn't bother her.
No, I think it's been 5 months maybe since I had the surgery on the left eye, but over the past probably 3 or 4 weeks, the right eye's gotten a lot worse. So I went to the eye doctor yesterday, and he said, "Yeah, I think it's time to think about cataract surgery."
All right, appreciate it, Stan. That's I took the time while you were talking there to play. I realized what happened was the plug came out the back of the meter there. But anyway, I'm glad to hear that's. I'm looking forward to hearing a good report on that eyeball, as my wife's got surgery coming up like that, similar to that coming up soon too. Anyway, that was Stan, Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. Anybody else east or north? All right, over to the west.
And one MDJ mobile.
Man, 2 nets in a row. What's going on, Michael?
Just heading back home. Been running around all day with my mom to doctors.
Oh, I know the drill. Is she doing all right?
Yeah, she's had better days, and we're working on having some more.
Well, is she living with you now?
No, sir. She lives in an apartment building in Hermitage.
Oh, okay, very good. Well, I'm glad she's close by and you can take care of her.
Yeah, we've been working on that for a little bit. Keeping me busy here lately, so been working on that. Been still working with the butterflies. I got about 50 more caterpillars. Looks like that'll be the end of the season, and I got some neighbors helping with those. So we may release maybe 50 or 60 more monarch butterflies here soon.
Oh, I didn't know about that. You've got a regular butterfly ranch over there?
It's kind of looking that way. Last year we had 8, so I increased my butterfly garden this year, and this year we've had over 60. And I'm tagging them, and they're going to track them to Mexico and then back up north in the spring, hopefully.
Okay, refresh my memory. I can't remember what do you have that thing covered? And those are called, what does they call it when they have a butterfly enclosure? I've been in one too, a big one. I forget what they call it.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I went to a very large one in Philadelphia that filled several rooms, had netting all around it, had chrysalises all over, and it's a science center in Philadelphia that I went to years ago. Yeah, I've got 3 small cages. They're about the size of a couple of suitcases.
So how do they track them?
Got little serial number sticker tags that go on their wings that don't interfere with their flying. They're probably smaller than the diameter of a pencil.
Wow, I did not know they did that. That's interesting.
If you're interested, check out a website called monarchwatch.org.
Yeah, maybe they'll figure out how to do APRS on those things.
Yeah, I think the antennas they already have might be a little too small for that high.
I'm sure that's true. Certainly would be a micro APRS antenna and on a different frequency, of course. But, you know, they could generate enough power just with their wings, I guess. You said that was monarchwatch.org.
QSL.
Oh, very good. I'll take a look. Maybe somebody else will too. Yeah, it's nice. How many people do that around the country? Do you know?
I would say thousands because the tags that I've got, their serial number is, their series is up to AHJX maybe, and then 4 digits after that. So go figure. There's probably 74,000 series of 25 sets of tickets this year.
Wow, that's cool. I heard somehow in passing they said that the monarch count was lower than it's ever been in this country. Did I hear that correctly?
They are on the endangered list, and that's why we got invested in helping them. There's quite a few people here around Mount Juliet growing gardens for them. Even there's a large one that's one of the garden groups in center of Mount Juliet.
Oh, that's cool. And what do you obviously have specific flowers in the garden?
Milkweed is the only thing that they will eat and lay eggs on. So I have about 25 plants, and I had no idea what was going to happen this year. It's been like an explosion. It's been interesting, and watching them turn from a caterpillar to a butterfly is really fascinating. I never took biology in school, so this is my catch-up.
Oh, wow. Quickly said. Where did you get that? I mean, do you have milkweed seeds you buy?
We brought plants back several years back, maybe 7 years ago, from a farmer's market, and they took off about 4 years ago. I've got seeds and plants if anybody wants to help them.
Oh, that's cool. And the season for them would be, if you're releasing them soon, I guess that's all through was it all through the summer?
Without tying up the net for very long, there's 4 stages of the monarch. The 4th stage flies from, let's say, middle North America down to Mexico, overwinters, and then flies back. The first 3 stages don't live very long, but they lay eggs everywhere they go to spread. The last stage, they don't lay eggs until they go back up north in the spring, so they live several times longer than all the others. So that's why the migration is important. And yeah, they're endangered.
Yeah, I guess I did hear that correctly. Well, very good. That's very interesting, Michael. I'm glad you brought that up about the monarchs. Beautiful, beautiful things they are. Anyway, anything else for the net?
I think that's all I've got. I've got one other thing too. I've got a new radio that has 220 on it, and I've not been able to use it. I understand y'all have a 220 net at some point.
Yes, we're doing a 223.415 tonight after the other nets, and also we do that on Saturday night when those nets are done, and we also do one on Sunday nights after the 10-meter nets are done.
So I will put my radio on 223.415 and be listening. I'll try to check in.
Awesome. We've got upwards of 9 or 10 people now that can or would connect.
Well, I've got a cheap Chinese radio, so we'll see if it works.
Well, get in line with the cheap Chinese stuff. That's a little discouraging, but that's the way it is. Maybe we ought to start a whole kit building for. Nobody's going to do that anymore. Anyway, that was Michael. November 1, Mike Delta Juliet. He is mobile or coming back to Mount Juliet, I think. Anyway, that's where he is. He's been kind of busy boy. Who else is West?
One last thing, Paul.
Yes, go ahead.
Send hi to Stan. I don't think he can hear me, but I haven't talked to Stan in a while. We used to work together.
Ah, very good. Yeah, Stan, if you're still there, Michael N1 MDJ sends his regards. I didn't get a reply on that, so he may have stepped away from the radio. I'll just wait. Can't want to wait too long. Anyway, who else is West?
KG4 ILD, Jack and Donaldson.
Yeah, you're a monarch, but a different kind of monarch, right, Jay?
Yeah, that's it.
Everything going okay?
Doing great. How about you?
I guess it's good. It's good. I probably outdid myself today on not doing anything.
Yeah, I didn't do anything today, and I didn't finish. I'm going to have to finish up tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to work overtime.
Hey, I don't hear the dogs barking.
No, they know I'm busy right for the moment. They'll know. They know when the net ends. Amazing buzzards.
Okay, thanks for doing the net, Paul. I'll see you on the next one. KG4 ILV.
Very good. That was Jack. Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor in Donaldson. Who else is west?
Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf.
Hey, I was wondering where you were, Jeff. How are you doing?
Oh, well, after being sick for about a month with an extreme sinus infection, not having a voice, dealing with that, I'm finally, hopefully, about have it licked so I'm getting where I can talk and not hack and cough and have to spit and hack all that stuff out all the time. So I'm slowly getting better.
Boy, that must have been one hell of an infection.
It was, and those Canadian smoke, wildfire smoke that came down here is what triggered it.
No kidding. Well, I'm sorry you felt bad. I was wondering. I was thinking about you. I said, man, I heard from Jeff in a while, and I was thinking about contacting you or calling you, but I never did.
Yeah, it made me feel pretty bad there for a while, but I was still able to get up and do things. But tell you, man, just having that pressure, that sinus pressure. I went through two separate, two different sets of antibiotics. First was amoxicillin, and the other was doxycycline, and neither one of those seemed to really knock it out. So I know my voice still sounds kind of hoarse and scratchy. It's from all the pollen and stuff outside now, but no matter what I take, it just like the stuff is mutated or something. It just totally ignores any type of medications. So I've been irrigating my sinuses a lot, washing that stuff out, but it comes right back.
Yep. I've been down that road a few times too with the saline solution. You mean?
Yeah, I have one of those Neomed squeeze bottles. It's kind of like a neti. It's not a neti pop. It's a squeeze bottle. So I just when I get in the shower, I just do that, squeeze stuff, and all that stuff come out to the shower and go down the drain. Because some of it looks pretty nasty.
Oh, I'm sure it does. Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better. Yeah, your voice is a little hoarse, but we'll blame it on the microphone. How's that?
It's not the microphone. It's the operator. But other than that, man, I'm still, kind of getting up doing things here and then. But it's when the sinus pressure starts and everything, I gotta just kind of back off and start taking it easy. And especially if I bend over and stand up, that's what really kind of starts rattling my cage some.
Oh, I'll bet. Yeah, that sinus stuff is a pain. I know from firsthand experience.
Like back in 1996, I had this thing called a UPPPP, I think. And it's a big, long word, and it's in plastic. It's I had sinuses. So I was keeping a sinus infection all the time. It turned out that my sinus cavities were full of scar tissue. So when the surgeon had to go in there, go up through my gums, and then do roto-rooter routine, clean out my sinus cavities, took out my soft palate, so I no longer have an uvula, and they cauterized out my tonsils. I think I was about 36 years old when that happened. And I tell you what, that was an extremely painful experience.
Oh, I don't doubt that for a second, man. Anytime, even a sinus infection or a sinus pain is, I know I've had it, and it's a very sharp pain. So it's pain up inside your sinuses. I know.
Yeah, when they get inside that throat and that mouth and start cauterizing stuff away, that's when the pain starts. And they have me on some pretty good prescriptions. I mean, it helped. I mean, but I was still hurt. I mean, for the longest time. I mean, it takes a while to heal up. They tell all these kids, you get your tonsils out, you eat all this ice cream. Ice cream lit me up. Like the only thing I could get down was shredded lettuce, carrots. I could drink a Coke because the carbonation, massaged the scar tissue. But I tell you what, man, I had to learn how to to swallow all over again. Because when I did, it would come out my nose. I had to stand over a sink so I could swallow without it coming out my nose.
Yeah, it sounds funny, but it's not. Yeah, I feel for you, man. I'm glad it's getting better. Anything good for the net tonight?
No, just still same old thing going on around here. Just dull and boring.
Oh, that's the story of my life right now. I used to be really excited, but not anymore. And now being retired, it seems kind of drab. Nothing super exciting. Even when I was out on the road, I was out on the highway quite a bit. Even that was exciting because the traffic can get, you know what I'm saying. It's just, anyway, I'm glad you're doing better there, Jeff. That's Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. He's in Madison. Good to hear from him again. I didn't know you were sick. I knew that you were either on vacation in the Bahamas or I don't know where you went. Glad you're back. Who else is north or west? Actually, throw east, north, and west in there. Said I'm not sure east came back yet.
I got another comment real quick, Paul.
Yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
You guys talk about the WY4G. You guys talking about the butterflies. I heard something on a radio station that the TWRA was doing on WWTN, and they had an address where you could send off and get packs of these milkweed seeds, for the butterflies, and other pollinators. They sent me I think I got about 6 or 8 packs of milkweed seeds. Kind of tells you how to plant them. You got to plant them in November and all that when it's cold. So I'm gonna, come November, I'm gonna find a few places around and plant them. See if I can get these milkweeds growing to, help the pollinators.
Cool. But that was through the that was through the Wildlife Commission, right?
Yeah, Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Cool. If anybody's interested, Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, you might want to contact them. For maybe Michael knows some of that too. But you can look it up. I'm sure they'll have it on their website. Anyway, that was good to hear from Jeff. Who else is east, north, or west? Or south?
Kilo Echo 4, Sierra Yankee Victor.
Oh man, it is a victor. It's a victory. I can hear you again real good there, Larry.
All right, man. We'll let you get on with it.
Very good. That's Larry in Rockville, Kilo Echo 4, Sierra Yankee Victor. Who else is west or south? Or anywhere? North, south, east, or west?
KB4VUW, Carlin, up here in Angel Town.
Very good. We got Carlin. How you doing?
Doing all right. Been sitting there listening to the net. And, I don't know, kind of relaxing, I guess.
Yeah, very good. Hope you're doing all right. Doing better than Jeff, I hope.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was talking about the sinus rents and stuff, and I went through a little bit of that here about 2 years ago. I had kind of a slight sinus infection, and I went and I was doing the salt water thing, and I tried several other things that I picked up at Walmart. And finally, I went to the doctor, and I had all the stuff that I was doing, and they said, "Well, what you're doing is exactly what you need to do, but we're gonna give you this some kind of antibiotic or something to help fight it." So they did that, and it cleared right on up. And if I ever have a little sinus aggravation of any kind, I give me some warm, salty water, and go to rinse it out, and that pretty much takes care of it. So.
Oh yeah, boy, if I've ever been down through that drill. It's not fun either. It's not fun. That whole sinus infection thing, it's right up there behind your eyeballs and next to your brain, and it's kind of scary, really.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I only had it on one side. It just didn't want to seem to clear up. So that's probably been about 2 years ago. And that's the first time I really had any problem like that. So I don't know. It might have been some kind of a virus or something was going around it, triggered or something like it. So I don't know. You doing all right? I heard you got your radio coming back.
Yeah, I was shocked that I saw that today for $45 repair cost.
I didn't bother to tell you what it was, did it?
I don't. No, I don't. Well, I'll see if it's on the invoice. I'll ask him when I call him in the morning. I'll figure it out. $45. What's that? A little fuse?
Oh, well, what did your radio do? Did it just quit transmitting or what?
No, it was having even on a known good antenna. It was showing high SWRs. It was, when you transmit it would go all over the board. It just wasn't operating correctly on the tuner even.
On the tuner, that'd been on HF. So it had a HF problem.
Yes, but on the, like I said, on the 2 meter, 70 centimeter side, it was doing the same thing. It was showing real high SWRs even when the antenna was fine. Because I went out and verified before I even transmitted. I went, what the heck? I figured I double checked on the cable. The cable was fine, and I realized it was the radio.
Oh, okay. Well, I know they got a relay in the front end of the receiver. I know they had a problem in that attenuator circuit on them radios, and I don't know if I would assume they're using relays in the HF part through the bandpass filters for each band, and on 2 meters, I don't know if they're using the pin diodes or not on that, or if they're still using a relay to switch it in and out and stuff. So it could have been just a relay or something. No telling. I'm just purely speculating too. Anyway, I don't like doing that. When I look at them, somebody brings me something, I just tell them, well, I'll know when I get in. So that's the best way to look at it. So, but it's a good thing they got it fixed and it's coming back, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. Well, in the business that we were in, mechanical contracting and large refrigeration systems, we'd get in there and they'd say, "What's wrong with it?" And you go, "Oh, it's broke." I said, "Until we get in there, we only know it's broke. That's all we know."
Yeah, that's the best way to handle it too, because you don't know what is exactly broke until you get into it. So, if you tell them what you think it is, you can really be fooled. Then they want to stand there and go like, "Hey, do you really know what you're doing?" So that's the way it works. All right, well, hello to everybody on the net. I guess I'll ease off here. That way some more can check in. I've got the other radio set up on 70 centimeters and on 1 1/4. I don't know if y'all gonna do the 446 415 or not, but it's already set up there, and I've got the 223 415 already set on the 742. So I don't know if you show up, where you're going to show up, because I'll hear you. So anyway, I'll turn it back over to you there, and good evening.
Very good. That was Carlin, and he's in Fairview, I think. Is it Fairview?
It's Angeltown. There's a little spot up here in northern Bethpage.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking Fairview because there was another person who still might be listening, and I think he's on a low power radio, and he's got a little Yagi. And he was hoping to check into the net tonight. I haven't heard him. I'm surprised. Is that person? You'd probably hear him very well because he's in Fairview. Is that Fairview station still on? And if you will, transmit now. Maybe Carly can hear you. I take it you're not hearing anything, Carly.
No, I opened the 12s. I didn't hear nothing. I'm trying to figure out where Fairview's at. And I'm thinking, ain't that down kind of towards Murfreesboro?
Well, maybe it is. Maybe I'm thinking it's the wrong place. It may be in Murfreesboro. You're right. I'll have to double check on that. I just caught that before the net started, and I didn't get to read everything he sent in a little email. So, but anyway, you're right. I think Fairview is down south. For some reason, I was thinking up north. Anyway, Carlin, Kilo Bravo 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey, and he's up in Angeltown. Who else is any place anywhere? How about lollygaggers, lurkers, and sandbaggers? Still nothing? Okay, then we'll quit. We're going to move over to 446 415. I don't even know how many we had in there tonight. I'll tell you later. I think it's 16 or 17. I'll double check. But 446 415, we'll see you there. K4P Day. This is Kilo 4 Pop Echo Whiskey on the 446 415 on FM. Looking for check-ins from the east. Please come in. Anybody east or north?
KM4 YRF.
And turn that power down, would you, Michael?
Do I have to?
No, you don't have to. I just got to get the elements in my headset replaced.
Send me a bill, Paul.
Oh yeah. All right, that was Michael in here in Montreal. Who else is east? East or north? Wow, that's really noisy. Is anybody copying that?
Yeah, that's Carlin, and also heard Stan.
All right, we got Carlin. That's Kilo Bravo 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. I'm not copying Carlin. All I heard was static. Let's try Carlin, come again, and I'll wait for Stan. It might have been a double. Any translation, Michael?
It was broken this time. Have no signal strength, but I could hear enough to tell it was Carlin.
Okay, very good, Carlin. Appreciate you being in here. It was really broken up to me both occasions, but anyway, that was Kilo Bravo 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. Stan, are you out there? Did you copy him again, Michael?
Yes, he's there, Paul.
Okay, I couldn't hear him at all. I mean, hold on. Well, it was pretty much almost wide open on my scrolls. But anyway, Stan, try one more time, please. Nope, no copy. Anyway, Stan, I'm glad you're there. We got you in on a relay. That was Stan in Lebanon. Who else is east or north?
KB9 RKK.
Hey, man, your signal is too good there, Frank.
Yeah. So Carlin was saying that he was doing as much as he can, 35 watts, and Stan doesn't have his amplifier in line.
Okay, very good. Yeah, that's like I said, 70 centimeters from some locations really stinks. And I'm not on the best antenna I have been on in the past, so I'm hoping that'll improve here in the next month or so. Anyway, that was Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo here in Northwest Mount Juliet. Who else is north? North or west?
WY4G.
Very good. You sound there. You sound good here on 70 centimeters, Jeff. That's Whiskey Yankee for golf, and that's Jeff. Who else in Madison? Who else is west?
KG4LV.
Very good. We got Jack in there and Donaldson. Sound real good signal. Who else is west? Anybody west or south? Or any place anywhere? All righty. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in there tonight. We're moving right over to 28.415. 28.415. For those. So, Michael, did you announce it on the 415 on the 2 meter?
I will.
This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net here on 10 meters upper sideband. Looking for check-ins from the south. Was it south? Where will we start? East, please come in. Anybody east, please come in.
KM4YRF.
KM4YRF. We got Michael in there and Mount Juliet. Who else is east? I'm surprised I don't hear Stan in there. Stan, are you out there? No copy on Stan. Up to the north, please.
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo.
Very good. You sound real good there, Frank. That's Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo in Northwest Mount Juliet. Who else is north? North or west?
Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf.
All right, got you in there, Jeff. You sound good. Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. Michael, how are you copying Jeff from your location?
Pretty well.
Okay, very good. Just want to make sure. At least there's some of times we're equal, but it's interesting the differences. Who else? Very good, Jeff. You got a good signal coming in here to Mount Juliet from 2 stations at least. Who else is west? West or south?
K3 NPR South.
Very good. You sound good. You copying everybody on 10 meters, Mike?
I got my squelch turned up, but I can turn it down. I heard Mike, but one other person.
All right. Well, very good. Just want to double check. That was Mike, Kilo 3 Mike, Papa Romeo, and he's here in Mount Juliet as well. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere? Surprised I haven't heard. You didn't hear Jack in there, did you, Mike?
I did not.
Huh. That's interesting. Probably had to run down the hall. Anybody else out there before we move on? This is K4 PEW. I swear I could hear somebody in there. It's just the people in my brain talking again. Who else? Anybody else? Lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers, and anybody else, please come down. I got nothing. We had a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to move right over to 223,415, close out this portion of the net, and close out the YouTube video as well. And I hope everybody is having a good night. K4 PEW. Thanks again.
Thanks again, Paul. See you.